Obed. Obed. Are you still in the bathroom brushing your teeth? I couldn't remember distinctly. I did tell you about 30 minutes ago now that you were to get ready for bed. It does not take a little boy that long to brush your teeth and wash your face. Now get in here. Your PJs are on. Stop trying to make excuses. No, you're not. Those are clean PJs. Get in here. No, you're not getting another drink. No, it is bedtime. No more drinks. Yes, we can tell a story and get in this bed. So, what story do you want to hear tonight? You want to hear that story? You want to know how Mom and Dad met? Aren't you tired of that? Son, you're not tired of that story yet? All right. Do you remember how it started? Yeah. So remember how Mom told you I was married before I met Dad? Yeah, and he died. And yeah, and so did my sister-in-law's husband did too. And those were two sons of Grandma. Remember how Grandma was so sad? Grandma Naomi was so sad and so upset, and she was so frustrated and just so terribly hurt. Her heart was broken. Yeah. And she told me and my sister-in-law, Orpah, that we needed just to go back home to our own family. They told us to go back. And I said, no, I'm not leaving your side. I said, wherever you go, listen, Naomi, I'm with you. We're together. Two peas in a pod. And she just insisted that I go with my family. And I said, no, listen to me. I said, Mama Naomi, where you go, I'm going to go with you. Your family, that's my family now. Your God, my God. And when she realized, yeah, right, when she realized that I was not leaving her side, yeah, she kind of stopped speaking to me. I know. So what did we have to do? Remember where we traveled back to from Moab? We went back to Bethlehem. And remember how when Grandma got back to the town? She was so bitter and upset, and the people seen her, and she told them, remember? She even told them, don't even call her Naomi anymore. Nope. She said to call her Mara, because she said she had went away full and she came back empty. Because remember, her husband had died and her two sons had died. And so it was just me and her back here. Here I am in this new place. And remember, I had to go out to work to get something for the family. She was family, and I had to make sure she was taken care of. And I went out and worked in the fields and made sure we had provision. Right. You see it? Right. Remember, the Lord was with us because he found us the right place to be in the field to work in. And remember how Mommy and Daddy met in the field? Yeah, and you're dead. And I remember he came to talk to me. And I was like, oh my goodness, who is this guy? And he said he knew that I came back with Grandma. And he was just so impressed by what was being done for Grandma. And I just say, hey, it wasn't just something I felt I needed to do. And I came back home and I told Grandma, and she was so excited. Remember how Grandma was so sad before that? And just so broken and hurt? But then she told me, when I told her who this person I was working for, I said, yeah, some dude named Boaz. And she was like, oh my goodness, do you know who that was, Ruth? She said, that's like our next of kin. And I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. So, and it's like, she's like, she knew then that the Lord had not forgotten her. And I want you to always remember, son, the Lord is always there. And sometimes we may not be able to see it, but he's there. And then remember the idea she said she had to set things in motion. I thought it was crazy. Remember, you got to use wisdom when you're doing things. And Grandma, she was so full of wisdom. And she realized the providence of the Lord was there. And remember how she told me to go meet your dad at the end of the workday and go in and sneak in and get all dressed up and lay at his feet. And sure enough, I did what Grandma said. Sounded a little crazy, but she had a word. And I said, okay, we're going to do this. And yes, he did. And soon after that, he made things right in the village with the village folks. And soon we got married. And then soon after that, you were born. Yeah, now let's pray. And you go to sleep. And never forget, the Lord is always there for you.